Oh, you just made it.
Woohoo! Look at that. Just in time for the festivities.
Festivities.
And what festivities we shall have.
I'm sliding right off the dang chair.
Yeah,
That's
don't
what I'm
do that.
doing.
Yeah. Man, it seems like we just did this. Like,
Right. Hello,
did.
Ryan.
We have been nonstop doing shows these last couple of weeks.
Yes, we
Long
have.
shows.
We have. And thank you for the stars, Ryan. I appreciate it very, very much.
So we started off this little marathon of live shows a couple weeks ago at halfway to Halloween. Did that all day. Came back the next weekend, this past weekend, for Steampunk on the Bricks all day and into the night.
We did.
And now we're back live again tonight.
We are.
We are dedicated to our viewers. We're here because of you guys.
Realize that your thing's right here.
Bam, bam, bam.
Right, you are like High Legacy Verse Production.
Hello, guys. It's finally happening tonight, guys. Finally.
Right after. Well, next week. Maybe next week.
Yeah, wow.
Well, you know, things just get all twisted, tangled, and
just getting the time to sit down and watch an entire movie has been difficult, you know.
It has. It has.
You know,
well, May in particular.
Yeah. So yeah, I do have to be careful about pounding on the desk here or the bar, whatever this. It's a bar actually. Because Miss Cindy broke her mic right before she went live, or we went live.
Well, and why are you blaming me for stuff?
Well, because you broke it, so who else am I going to break blame? So I had to give her my mic so she could hook it on there, and my mic now is down here.
Hi, Haywire.
Hey, Haywire, how you doing?
Well, there's a difference though, as I've got stuff I've got to do.
Well, yeah, that's why I so generously said, all right, I'll take the broken one. So I set it right here because I got a loud enough voice, so my voice will hit it, and it'll hit yours. This one isn't. We don't always use this one. I was almost going to use this one tonight, but I didn't. So here we are. Here we are. I am the Baron. If you're just new to us, what are you doing down there?
I'm too far away.
Oh. I am the Baron. This is Miss Cindy Knight. This is the Baron and Cindy Knight show. We've got a very full show. There's that bouncy thing I like.
Oh, I missed it.
Missed it. Very full show tonight. We're going to talk about this past weekend. We're going to talk about a movie. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff.
A lot
of stuff. But we will start out. One, make sure you guys are sharing this out to all your Facebook followers and friends. We do like to have a large. There it is.
Hi, Dana.
We do like to have a large audience that's watching us live, even though we realize the vast majority of people watch this after the fact, which is totally fine. But we like to interact with our viewers.
Yes.
The only way we can do that is, one, you got to pop on here and say, hey, hi, ask a question, hello, all that good stuff. So be sure you do that. Helps the show out, helps us out, helps us keep the show interesting.
Yes. And especially, you know, a lot of the times when you get those people that have the most random questions and you're like, how do I answer that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you got to think about it.
Yeah, exactly.
But it makes it kind of fun.
So this past weekend, Saturday, we were down in Jackson, Michigan.
We were all day.
For a very, very cool event. This is quickly becoming one of our favorite shows to go to. One, they're friends of ours that put this on.
Hi, Jezebel.
We just adore those guys. They do a great job with everything they do. So Steampunk on the Bricks was where we were.
Give a shout out to who actually puts it on.
Well, you got Jason Heinrich. This is his baby apparently. I know he's the mastermind, I believe, behind this. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but he is the mastermind behind this particular steampunk event. But I know he's got help from his friends. Matt Schultes, uh, the Art 634 building, the people that run that. We haven't met really all those people, so I can't tell them by name. But I know there's lots of people that's involved with it. But Jason, he did a fantastic job on this one this year, and it was just very enjoyable.
I know, and we're invited back. Now,
Yes.
now I've gotta become more steampunkish.
You got to become more steampunkish, yeah. Yep.
So I gotta work on that.
Yeah, we'll fix that. But if you're not familiar with the show, or even if you were, just kind of want to do a recap of what the show was. So it's everything steampunk. So we had everything from Steampunk Xena was there, Fire Breather. She was on our show. We interviewed her. Madam Echo. She was very interesting, very entertaining. She was on our show. Who else we have? Haywire, of course. Haywire's here with us today. Haywire was there with his very unique brand of music. Who else was there? Do you recall?
There were a lot of people. And it was funny because a lot of the people that were dressed up that we drug on the show were actually part of the show or entertaining that day.
Yeah, and we didn't know that. So that was an interesting, fun revelation.
Right. Hi, Jen.
But you also had Railcar Graffiti, the band playing there. These were the bands that were playing there. Railcar Graffiti, Django Phonic. She was awesome. I mean, her band is great. What is it?
Is it Phonique?
Phonique. What did I say?
Phonic.
Phonique. I think it's Phonique. Django Phonic. Phonique.
Well, we're already doing the
regardless.
Thing. Hi, Matt.
Man, does she have a fantastic voice?
She does. Wow. She takes you back to the Roaring 20s.
Yeah, just that jazzy swing vibe. I mean, that whole band
to that secret club where you had to have a password to get in.
Yeah.
What did they call those?
Speakeasies.
Yeah.
She was awesome. Of course, you had Van Helsteen, DJ, pumping out some tunes in between the bands playing. Thank you, Van Helsteen, Matt, for doing that, of course.
No, he made me spend money.
He did. He made us spend a lot of money.
We probably made most of his day.
Yeah. Thanks, Matt. Now we're poor.
Right.
No, and I got one of your things right here, the goggles I bought. I don't know. Yeah, they can see them. Those are the goggles I bought from Matt, too. But we got several things of clothing from his clothing store that he had next to his DJ booth and all that. So we were sandwiched in between him and his clothing stuff. So
Dana, are those going to be any good by the time they make it here?
Uh-oh.
She says she's going to send us some bourbon balls.
Ooh.
When she gets out of the hospital next week.
Wow. That just sounds delicious.
She, for being, sick, likes to cook.
Yeah,
and I can't. You know what? I can't.
You gotta keep moving. Well, you gotta keep eating, but you gotta keep moving. Keep moving.
Yeah.
Doing a great job, Dana. We also had Raleigh Tussing. Or Roley. Is it Roley? I think it's Roley. Roley Tussing was playing there as well.
Roley.
I think it's Roley.
This is the Baron and Cindy as it is. We don't figure out how things are said. We just say them.
No, we don't do any rehearsals. We put a few notes, up on the board behind the camera just to make sure we stay with what we planned on doing, and certain names like the Django Phonique.
You did it right this time.
No, I stumbled on it.
Right.
I know I stumbled on it.
Hi, Bernie.
Hello, Bernie. Welcome to the show. Who else we have? One of my favorites that goes to the show, and we've seen her in other shows as well, is Chase Brinkman on the stilts. That's
insane.
I know.
To me.
But she is such a pleasant girl, woman. She is so pleasant, so nice. She's always smiling, and she's freaking 12 feet up in the freaking air.
No, she can go 12 feet.
Yeah.
Saturday, she was
10
at
feet.
10 feet.
Yeah. Well, oh, excuse me, 2 feet.
Right.
I ain't getting up
That
on
makes a
those
big
things.
difference trying to go out the door.
Man, I don't. Yeah, she goes outdoors and uneven ground, and
I'm
so,
sure we will thank you, Dana.
man.
Who doesn't like bourbon balls?
Yeah, I said just the sound of that just sounds delicious.
It does.
I mean, I'm a bourbon fan, so you got me there, Dana. Right off the bat, you got me. Boom. And I can just imagine what these like scrumptious bourbon balls are. So so let's see who else. Steampunk Eddie, which we didn't. I don't believe we got to see him. We didn't get to see a lot because we're broadcasting a lot, so we missed a lot of the performances other than the bands. That's why I was able to rattle off the band names because the stage was right next to us pretty much. The other performers were either outside or in one of the other rooms, in one of the other hallway rooms. But lots of vendors, and lots of food, good food.
Yeah, they had, lots of even like workshops. I mean, so there was a lot to do during the day.
Yeah. Oh, there was plenty to do. And just walking around looking at all the costuming, buying stuff from the vendors. Of course, we always spend so much money doing this show. And it's not putting the show together, it's spending at the vendors.
You do that.
I know, I do.
And that's every show, not just this one.
I know. I know, I got in trouble at halfway to Halloween, too.
You always do. That's what I'm saying. Jen, you prefer chocolate over alcohol, but see, this is together, chocolate and alcohol.
Best of both.
Exactly.
Best of both worlds right there.
Together.
Telling you.
But yeah, so like one of the workshops that was there was actually Jason's sister.
Yes. Yeah.
And that was I don't remember. It's using thrift clothing to make steampunk.
Yeah, she was going to show you how to do that.
Yeah,
and I know you wanted to go to that.
Yeah, I did.
So maybe she'll give you a private lesson sometime. Right? She'll come down here, and we could do a show. Okay, Jason, if you're watching, or Jason's sister, sorry, I don't remember your name. I don't remember her name. But if you're watching, we'll get her on the show, and it'll be like her showing you how to thrift steampunk wise and all that stuff. So
that's an idea.
Yeah,
might have to get a hold of her.
There you go. So I know how you like to boot me off the stage here.
I do all the time.
Everybody does. Aaron booted me off.
You are like a glutton for punishment, is what it is. They come in and they bring me presents and talk to me, and then they harass you.
I know. I don't get it. I'm a very likable person. I don't.
You're very easy to harass.
I don't get it.
Maybe you should be a little nicer.
I am nice. I'm a social butterfly. Oh, did I do that out loud? I'm a social butterfly. I like to walk amongst the crowd and talk to people, engage with people. So, what's not to like? What's not to like? I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't pay close enough attention to see what you do that you make people just want to
harass me.
Harass you.
I don't know. So if you guys, I'm not sure who's all on here. If you guys were at the show this weekend, sound off what you liked about the show most. Definitely say hi, but let us know what you guys liked, and maybe you'd like to see more of next year. Because I'm sure Jason at some point will see this. He might pop on here at some point tonight. It's tonight, right? Yeah, it's tonight. It is tonight.
See, this is why you get harassed.
Well, it's hard because we're just coming out of winter. When we start the show, it's pitch dark out. Now it's light out. We could see over the studio wall here. We could see bright sunlight coming through, so it throws me off. I just get thrown off.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why that is.
Jezebel says Steampunk Xeno was awesome.
She was cool. we have been in contact with her about getting her on the show here. We will make an announcement of another person that was at the Steampunk show, or Steampunk on the Bricks, that will be performing on our show here in the studio. We'll talk about that later in the show here. What else? What else did we? The root beer was good. Remember that root beer guy?
Yeah. We were going to see about getting that in our shop.
Yeah.
That would be awesome, but then I probably want to drink it.
I know, that's
all the time.
The downside.
Right. And it's like, okay, well, now I'm not making any money because I'm drinking it.
Yeah. It's bad enough I already drink everything in the, we've got like a 1950s style refrigerator in the shop filled with goodies and drinks and stuff like that. And,
for customers.
Yeah, but I always get into it.
Yes. Haywire says his grandson loved her fire show.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
And sadly, we missed most of it. We came out and did towards the end of the night, our remote camera, phone. We went walking amongst the vendors and outside to do the last segment outside. And we thought there was going to be a very last show.
Fire show, like at 9.
But something happened where there wasn't. But we did get out at some point in between segments and got the tail end of Xena's.
Yeah, that was a little bit earlier.
Yeah, that was actually
not
earlier.
The last one.
Yeah,
hi, Jackal, and hello, Rob. St. John's, Michigan.
That's St. John's, Jason.
It is.
There he is. There he is. So I did want to transition into this. I guess this is a good point to do it, so we can move on with the show. And
Jezebel says Haywire was also amazing. Listening to him sing and play guitar all day. Yeah, you were like right there, right where he was.
Yeah. I felt bad because I went out there and I filmed some of it for the YouTube channel that we put out. If you haven't seen that yet, you can go to our YouTube channel at Screamcraft Studio. And I did a section of, his part of his performance put on that video, and somehow I don't know if I hit a wrong button. And
probably.
Because I got only the very tail end of it where I'm putting the camera down as he was playing. So
you and your crazy fingers, and this is why I always yell at everybody, quit scrolling so fast.
I can't see very well.
Okay, thank you, Haywire. That helps. Said Xena got ill and had to cancel her last performance.
Oh, was that what? Okay, I knew something happened because, I didn't know what happened. I just knew somebody said that she had to leave, and so I didn't know what the circumstances were.
Right.
So,
now we knew.
That being said, we did have a very, very unfortunate thing happen that we wanted to. We're just going to do a little memoriam for this individual. We met this guy. He was just walking across our stage, and he looked really cool in his steampunk gear, him and his wife, and we brought him on the show. His name, Glenn Pate, and his wife, Cindy Pate. Pape. What did I say? Pape. Yeah. So we had him on our show. We talked to him, had a great time, and sadly, he unexpectedly passed away not after our show, but after the show, the event. We were very, very saddened to hear that, and we just wanted to reach out and wish our best for Cindy, his family, her family, their friends, and we just wanted to mention that. And I know you put together a little thing here. We do want to do a quick
moment of silence.
So if you want to start that.
Hi, Amber. I will start this right now. And so this is for Glenn Pape, and we will be quiet while it plays. All right, we are back.
So what I've been told, like I said, we didn't know Glenn prior to this event, but we were told that he is like the expert, the pioneer, one of the pioneers of steampunk, of the history of it, both him and his wife.
Look when stars are set. That's cool.
Oh.
Thank you for the stars, Jackal and Just Prudy.
So he's an author of textbooks. She's an author of steampunk books. He was there. Both of them were there to do a presentation on steampunk history and all that. So they are widely known within the steampunk community, and he's going to be very sorely missed.
Yes. And like we said, our heart goes out.
Yeah.
To that. Now I'm not even sure what to say now. I'm like,
well, you move forward.
You do.
That's all you can do.
You do.
We just wanted to let his family, his friends, the steampunk community know we were thinking about them. So,
well said.
Well said. Okay. So again, if you guys were at the Steampunk on the Bricks, shout out. Let us know what you liked. It could be anything, whether it's the food, the performers, us. See how I threw that in?
What? I was reading.
Oh, she totally missed it anyways.
I did too. Well, I was reading. Jezebel said, so sad, deepest sympathy to his wife, family, and his steampunk community. I'm glad I got to meet him. He was a wonderful man.
Yes.
And then Rob says, prayers to the family.
Okay. Very nice.
Yes.
So again, like I said earlier, this is becoming one of our favorite shows to go to. We are invited to come back and broadcast live again throughout the day. And we're going to step it up. 2025. So we are going to step it up next year. We're going to be in a more high visibility, high profile area. I'm going to have my little snatchers out there to snatch you. If I want you on my show that day, I've got some hands out there that are going to grab you, whether you want to come on the show or not, and drag you on the show.
Now see, again, why you get harassed.
Is that why I get harassed?
You always
just for that?
Causing trouble.
Wow.
Forcing people to do things and...
Well, if you don't force people to do things, they're too afraid to do it. So I'm just helping them along. I'm just helping them along by letting them reach their fullest potential. That's what I'm here for. And I'm sure they can appreciate that. Right, guys? Stand by me on this.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Oh, jeez.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Oh.
But yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, I need to steampunk myself out a little bit for next year.
What do you guys think what should she do to steampunk herself out? Here's some steampunkers out there. Chime in here. Give her some ideas of what she can do to steampunk herself out.
I thought I was asking Jason's sister.
Well, you can do that too.
I'll take any help.
How's that?
No, you look like 3CPO.
3CPO.
That's what you look like in that.
Well,
that's just.
I mostly had them on my hat.
You did.
Mostly
no, you didn't.
For a while, yeah.
You wore them.
Well, I did wear them. I said mostly. After I wore them for part of a little bit of a segment, I just stuck them up on my hat. So.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Looked pretty sweet. I looked awesome in it.
Looked like 3CPO. So I had to keep flipping up the lids because it looked better.
So put on your schedule for next year. Alrighty, they've already got the date set. It's in May. Yeah. Yeah, we got it in our calendar. It's in May. I don't remember the date right offhand. May 24th. I'll throw that out there, but I don't know if that's it. But same place, same month of May. Same month of May like it was this year.
Oh, hi, Jacqueline.
Hello.
Yeah, okay. I got nothing.
You got nothing?
I got nothing.
Oh. No.
I don't.
So we've been trying to do something for a while. When we're halfway to Halloween.
May 24th.
See, I was right. Ha!
Somebody saved me from the abuse.
Ha! So when we were at halfway to Halloween, a week or 2 weeks prior, we ran into some people that we had on our show from Legacyverse Productions. Legacyverse Productions. And we talked to them a little bit. They're out of Ohio. They make movies out of Ohio. And they gifted us this particular movie here.
I have the thing.
Oh. Who?
Oh, them. I wasn't sure because it wasn't showing me.
Oh, any sound?
Any sound. So I don't know if they heard anything you said.
Wow.
But anyway.
Oh, when that thing was up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just repeat it. When we were at the halfway to Halloween, we had these guests on that were vendors there from Legacyverse Productions, and they hooked us up with the disc copy of their movie, which we finally were able to sit down and watch. So we used to do this all the time.
Yes. Well, with the magazine.
Yeah.
We used to get lower budget movies and
they would send them to us and we'd review in the magazine, all that stuff. So it's been a while since we got low budget independent film.
Jacqueline
movie.
Says she likes that one.
Yeah, and we did too. We finally were able to get time to. We started it. We couldn't finish it because we fell asleep just because we were like
exhausted
up for damn near 20 hours. But we did finish it. And yeah, very cool movie. Nice script. And the one thing, well, a little bit about it. What it is this guy, I think his name is Kevin. He's like the main character.
I suck at names.
Well, he goes into, and I'm not going to give you away the movie itself, but just a synopsis of it. He needs a place to stay for a while. And so a buddy of his has this apartment that he rents out to this other guy. This other guy leaves for an extended period of time. So he tells his buddy, hey, I need somebody to just stay at the house for 2 or 3 weeks and watch it. So you're essentially, and it's even in the line in the movie, you're essentially getting paid to live here. So this guy goes in, Kevin, he goes into this house. Well, apparently this house was the location of a brutal murder, but not just a murder. It was like, I think 200 years ago, a witch lived in that area and on that property, and she was killed.
So Jacqueline, are you the witch?
Oh.
She said, LOL, I was in the movie. My first movie in the States. Super stoked you liked it.
See, now,
I don't know.
We just said before the show, because it's her first movie in the States, I said I loved the witch. I loved her accent. Scottish, I'm guessing Scottish. It could be Irish. I don't know how to tell the difference, but I love the accent.
She was one of the witch sisters.
Oh, okay. Well, so this witch, cursed the town and that area, and she essentially possesses Kevin to start committing all these murders on the townspeople and all this stuff. So, cool movie.
Yes, and you know what I appreciated? Because like I said, we've seen some very bad,
some stinkers.
Yeah, movies. And the hardest thing for me is when the actors can't at least act.
When they're flat out bad.
You literally, it's like monotone. They're just saying their words.
Yeah.
So I feel, with this movie that at least the characters did well in their lines in
The
portraying.
performances,
Yeah, the
yeah.
performance. There we
Yeah.
go. See, now I don't have words.
And that's so hard. The one thing I always tell up and coming filmmakers, I don't know if they're up and coming, they could have been around for a long time. I'm just saying, um, especially if you're making like a horror movie, zombie movie, there's two things you don't skimp on. You could skimp on a lot of different things, the actual type of film or video you're using, stuff like that. People know it's a low budget, so they're expecting that. But try to hard to get at least decent acting, because that will save your film. And then your makeup effects.
Yeah, I'm not even saying they have to be professional,
No,
but they
no, they
have to
don't.
be able to,
No, they
you
can't afford
know,
that.
portray their character the way it was meant
Yep.
to be done. And Jacqueline says the main witch was from Irish, but she's Scottish.
Okay.
Jacqueline's Scottish.
Yeah. Loved her accent. It just worked so well with that character. I just loved listening to her and watching her. I just loved that character. So great job on her. But yeah, don't skimp on those two things. Get the best actors you possibly can and get the best makeup people. Don't worry about other special effects and things like that. The makeup has to be on point too. And that will really save your low budget to no budget movie. So,
yeah, because
recommend you guys go out and give this a look, give it a try.
Yeah, and you can watch it on YouTube, which is what I had put up there.
Yeah,
for
we had it
everybody to
running
see.
today. We had it running like
Yeah, we did.
multiple times in
In
the
the
shop
store,
today
in
on
the
the
store.
monitor in the shop. So when people would come in, they're like, "Wow,
Right, they're
what is
like-
this?" So, great job, guys.
Yes, and like I said, even the clarity of
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
movie was very clear. It wasn't like what we typically saw, and mind you, this was years ago.
90s.
It was always that grainier quality, but as long as the movie was good,
Yeah.
and like I said, you had some good acting and a good storyline, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
But if they stand there and they're literally like
Reading from a card.
Yeah.
Hey, you get away from there.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be there.
Yeah,
I will hit you.
I can't do it.
No.
I can't do it.
Yeah, they had good camera angles. They really thought out camera angles and cuts and movements and segue into another scene. They really gave it a lot of thought. And so kudos to them.
Yes.
Kudos to Legacyverse Productions.
Yes, now we'll have to watch some of the other ones.
Yes.
Quit playing. Why are you playing?
I was trying to figure out what that was right there.
Right. Jacqueline says, I admit that this was a good cast.
Yeah. They looked like they had fun together because they got to party a lot, it looked like, in the beginning of the movie.
You call that party?
Oh, yeah, they were partying. They were sitting there drinking and having a little party.
Right.
You had the
Legacy,
since you're obnoxious boyfriend coming in there and starting
shit. Since you're on here, why don't you tag yourself in the comments where they can go watch it, because I'll probably mess it all up, and tell us the next one we should watch.
Yes.
Like, what's your next favorite?
Next favorite.
Yeah.
Or what's coming up.
Yeah.
Got
we can't watch it if it's
not
done.
But if they do have something coming up, definitely keep us posted on that. So we'd definitely like to hear about that and follow your progress.
That's right. And we always like to help people. So obviously we're going to give shout outs when we can, and just don't piss me off.
Yeah. I piss her off all the time. You don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
Right. It takes a lot to piss me off, but
So what else is coming up for us? Do you know?
Definitely watch Infected or Nice Guy Finishes Last.
Okay.
All right. Got it. You got that mental note?
I'll just go to their YouTube page and I'll remember it then. Because by the time we get off here, I won't remember. I'll remember Infected because that's easy to remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's because that's your kind of movie.
Yeah.
Anything with infection.
Yeah. So as
I'm more of a paranormal.
Yeah, yours always takes so long to get going.
Why can't? Ooh, I'm doing a U with the words and the like Exorcist.
Yeah.
So the.
I mean, the tough
what do you
thing
call
about
that?
I don't know, but yours just they're great movies. They're good movies, but those type of movies, like you said, they're like ghosts and possessions and stuff like that. It's all
Possession.
Those. So
there we go.
Those type take so long to tell you the leading up how this had happened, and slowly, the ghost or the possession slowly starts,
Which
creeping
ones
into the
you're
movie.
watching?
All of them, most of them. They start out really slow, and I'm like, oh my God, come on, somebody freaking die already. I want to see a freaking ghost. I want to see a freaking demon already. But then once you get halfway into the movie, then it really starts popping, and it's good from there. See, I like movies like a zombie
Don't
movie.
diss my
right
movie.
off the bat, man. Zombies are tearing people up.
See, you're pissing me off.
So it is what it is.
Right. So The Darkness Within. That's another one you said.
Oh, okay.
So now we got 3.
You got lots of movie watching.
I know. Now you know what you can put on when you come in to interrupt me. Rude. Take over the TV.
Well, because you watch too many. I've already talked about that before.
Right. You don't get to rant today.
No, I'm not going to rant. No rants today.
Not loud.
Nope. Actually, we're going to go right in to talk about what one of our next guests are. I'm excited to have him on
Jeff
here.
Williams is blessed to be a new member of the Legacyverse family, a great group of people to work with.
Awesome.
I'm gonna come photobomb. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, the movie?
Yeah, I'm gonna just pop in.
Just doing a street scene and we come sneaking around the corner.
Here we go. Oh yeah, that's my favorite thing to do is wave at people.
Yeah.
I like to do that all the time.
So one of our next events coming up.
Yeah.
Like I said,
event
or shows. I went out and got some video of him playing. So I thought, apparently I didn't hit play, so I'm just probably holding the camera up there doing nothing. But Haywire, the Automaton Bloke. And this is it's nothing I've never really heard before. I mean, it's just very unique the way he's got his guitar plugged in and the sounds it makes, and of course he's got a very unique look. So he's actually going to be on the show on, I wrote it down over there, June 20th.
So you're going backwards.
Well, yeah, just because the other ones, there's not much to those shows because we don't have anybody on them. So I wanted to actually talk about Haywire being on the show because it's going to be something we haven't done before.
Yes.
Hi,
Ben.
Hey, Ben, what's up? Which Ben?
Stronghold.
Hey, what's going on?
No too many Bens.
It's not the other Ben?
All right. You mean the other Ben?
Yeah, we got Ben, and then we got the other Ben.
Well, it's good that you've been busy.
It always is good to be busy.
Yes.
So what we're going to do with Haywire is he'll be on the show. We'll be talking like we do with our normal guests. But then we've got another set behind this, or in front of this one, actually right over here.
Right over here.
That the camera is just going to pan over, and he's going to go over there, and he's going to perform some of his badass music.
Yes, and he says it's all original.
All original. I
all
love
original.
That. So what's awesome about that is, if we do some YouTube on that, I won't get copyright dinged by freaking YouTube. Here's a rant. YouTube is always pissing me off.
Couldn't let it go.
Couldn't resist.
Couldn't resist it.
But yeah, so we will get some live performances throughout that show on June 20th. So you guys do not want to miss that one. So it's going to be fun. Something totally unique we haven't done before.
Exactly.
So excited about that.
That's the way we're trying to gear. That's
the way we roll. That's
the way we're doing. Roll.
What else? What else you got?
Well, you've got a guest presentation? Is that a good word for it?
Presentation.
Presentation.
Guest presenter at June 15th Ghostorama in or near Kalamazoo, Michigan. So I will be out of there, unmasked, doing a paranormal presentation for the masses.
There you go.
For the masses.
For the masses.
So, yeah, Ghostorama.
What are you presenting?
Ghosts.
Ghosts. You're taking ghosts with you?
I'm going
What
to
are you
take
gonna
some of our ghosts.
put them in a little cage
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
carry them in there?
I'll take some of the objects there and talk about their backstory and their histories and the museum. And you will be there like as Vanna. So we'll have a table there as well. So when I'm not presenting or speaking, we'll have a table there and you'll be presenting like Vanna. Or even when I'm speaking, you can pick up the object that I'm talking about and you could be Vanna. How's that sound?
Sure.
Wouldn't she make a good Vanna? You make a good.
So am I having to dress up?
Well, you're not going to go all frumpy like you normally are.
Like, takes a lot to.
If you ever come to the shop, like during the weekday when we're actually working in the shop.
Don't tell people to do that. That's not
So
right.
when you come here during the week like that, you're going to see a whole new Cindy night. You're going to be like, what?
No, you're going to see the lazy Cindy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Frumpy sweater. I don't know what you're wearing for pants. I don't know. Leggings, I guess. Yeah. And then we get a lot of media here. We go through a lot of media comes in here, or things happen where I'm taking pictures, or we're having pictures taken of us. And she's like, I'm not ready for being in front of the camera. I don't look good today. It's like, this happens almost every day. You would think.
So you're saying I don't look good every day.
No, I'm saying you don't want to be in front of the camera. No,
everybody heard it.
You are the one that sit there and complains that, I'm not ready for the camera.
That's right. See,
I don't care.
Jen says she got to be comfy.
And I'm fine with that, but she also cannot sit there and say, don't take a picture of me. I'm not ready. Or I didn't, give me 10 minutes so I can put some makeup on.
I should be allowed that.
You can. Just don't complain when it's happening. That's the key.
But that's my job.
To complain?
Yes. That's what I get paid for.
Who's paying you?
Myself.
Oh, that's what I thought.
So, what are you talking about? I pay for everything. Haywire says, I'll be doing songs that I played at Steampunk on the Bricks.
Sweet.
But haven't released yet on YouTube.
Sweet.
Awesome.
I like it.
I like it too.
I like it a lot.
See, Jen says she's in sweats and a t-shirt.
You're sitting at home on the couch, eating who knows what, chocolate, watching us. Of course that's what you're going to be dressed as. Of course. That's what she does. That's what I do. I sit there on the couch in my dirty underwear and, let it all hang out. No, I don't. I look good all the time. All the time. I'm freshly
But you
groomed.
just said I don't look good all the time, so you don't look good all the time.
I didn't say nothing. I said you wear frumpy things. I didn't say nothing about your looks. I said you wear frumpy clothing. You always have. Since I met you when you were a mere teenager, you wore frumpy clothes. 100 pounds soaking wet.
Because
she'd have these big baggy things that she looked like she was 200 pounds.
Because I don't like when guys stare here instead of here.
But yeah, that's not going to happen. When you got big bazooms, they're going to look there. Guarantee it. 100% every time.
So hence why I wear frumpy clothes when I am frumpy clothes when I am not in front of the camera.
I said, I don't care what you wear, but whatever floats your boat.
Apparently you do. You rant about it.
No, I just rant about I didn't know you were going to take pictures. I'm a photographer. I'm going to be taking pictures. It's what I do.
The Baron needs to put his foot in his mouth.
Oh, I do that a lot often. I know. I do that all the time.
All the time. Do you know who said that?
Oh, it's got to be Janice. Freaking Janice pops on here, then all hell goes.
Thanks, Jezebel. She says I'm always beautiful. Right back at you, lady.
Should have wore your little hat, your little Jezebel hat today.
You know, I thought about it, and then as we were talking about that, I thought I should have at least brought it down. I can go get it.
Yeah, you can go get it.
I'm gonna
I
go
can
get.
entertain the masses.
I'm gonna go get your hat, Jezebel, and show everybody.
So now you're all just left with me. How lucky are you guys? Now, sadly, well, I could switch over to her seat and put on my old man glasses to see any comments that pop up, but she'll just be a minute. So we'll just talk amongst ourselves. See, she leaves. Now I have nothing to say. How does that happen? I will talk about a little bit since we're waiting for Miss Cindy. August 17th is our next big event that we put on, the Screamcraft Bazaar Expo. Leslie, Michigan, which is about 30 miles south of here, at Awaken Haunted Attraction. Lots of entertainment, lots of vendors, food. We got more food trucks this year. Last year we only had one food truck, which was fine because it was rainy and windy. And like a juice truck, a bubble. What is that? Bubble or bobo? Bobo tea. Bubble tea thing. This year we got more food trucks and stuff. So yeah, at Steampunk at the Bricks, Miss Cindy got a new hat from Jezebel Michelle Creations. There's your cute little hat.
Is that not the cutest little thing you've ever seen?
So she wore it on the last segments of our show, I believe.
I did.
Yeah.
But it's super cute. Clips in there. It's awesome.
Maybe
I like my little
maybe
hat.
The skeleton can wear it.
Maybe.
Oh, look at that. Look at that shit. That's pretty sweet.
Right.
Now
and you can get your own from Jezebel.
Yeah. Pop your link on the comments there, Jezebel, Michelle. I always just call her Jezebel.
I do too.
I know it's Michelle, but I'm just going to call you Jezebel. Just rolls off my tongue really nice.
Jezebel?
Jezebel.
Jezebel.
Yeah. So
Jen says she's either in her work scrubs or in jammies. I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you.
There's
Except for I don't wear
with that.
scrubs.
Yeah, there's nothing better than after a long day just going home, getting in comfortable shit, grab food, and sit on the couch and veg.
Yep. Except for I don't sit on the couch.
No, you don't. She goes right into the bedroom because she gets the whole bed to herself.
My big TV,
big TV,
whatever shows I want to watch.
Yeah. I sit out on the couch.
Yeah, we upgraded thanks to Janice and Eric.
Yeah.
To a king size.
Big old king size.
I like it.
And then the dog still goes in there and lays sideways.
Always.
Oh my God, that dog. I was all excited. It's like, oh, Voodoo can come in the bed now and he won't be pushing me off. He still does. He lays, instead of this way, he's got to lay in between us this way. And he's a big ass pit bull too. He's not one of them little ones. He's a big ass.
70 pounds?
80.
80?
He's an 80-pound pig.
Well, I haven't tried to pick him up, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah. He was 70 a long time ago.
He's an asshole.
He can be.
No, he's an asshole. He don't like nobody.
No. He likes me. He likes Bruno.
He likes me when he wants to.
He likes Chase. And he likes all of our boys, but every now and then he'll like have an attitude. We don't let him around people too much.
We don't.
Which is stupid because he wasn't raised that way.
No.
We got him when we had our barbecue catering company, and we got him as a 6-week-old little puppy.
He could fit in my hand.
Literally. And we would take him to every event we went to, having him around people and interacting with people, and he was fine doing that until he got a year old.
Yeah, I have no idea what changed.
Yep.
Only thing I can think of is bloodline.
Yeah, not necessarily the pit bull bloodline, his specific bloodline.
Yeah.
What
his parents.
What happened with his parents and how they were raised or how they were bred. Something had to be there. No, he's not vicious. I'm not saying he's vicious, but He'll have an attitude. He'll growl. He has a nipping issue that he's done just a couple times, but it was just a couple of times that weren't good. But he nips. He won't like viciously.
Yeah, he doesn't attack.
No, not at all. So we just.
Becker wants a dog named Fasha.
Fasha.
I like saying that too, Fasha. Fasha. Now I'm gonna have to name something Fasha.
That reminds me. Is that from like a movie? Who said that? I think it was it's from a movie. Something about. Can
the only one
hear me, Fasha?
Oh no.
Something along that line. I can't remember who was in it.
You want to know what it makes me think of?
It was a comedy.
Is what's his name? He played several characters in his movie, and he in Faja.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I am your Faja instead of father. And what was that called? See, this is how bad we are today.
Yeah. Well, we're very tired. The whole leading up to the show tonight, we're just sitting on the chairs over there. Yawning. Some friends of ours came in, dropped some stuff off to us, and we're just yawning the whole time. So this stuff does catch up to you. So
it does. Well, you got to think we go 7 days a week. I mean, we really don't break.
Yeah.
Except for when we get home.
I wanted to talk about too. How much time do we got?
Not a lot because we still have our Patreon and everything.
Okay. Something interesting happened to you during the steampunk event. I think it was in the first segment, like probably a quarter way into the first segment where you got touched. Remember?
Oh.
So this building that we were in, used to be part of the Jackson prison system where they made wagons and wagon wheels way back in the day. So really old, super cool building. And we're sitting there, we're talking like we are now, and she thinks one of our sons is poking her to get her attention. So and you could see her react during that first segment where she's like leaning, what? She's like, what? And she's like looking, and
I didn't yell what. I literally was just trying to see.
Yeah, but you did say something about it too, though.
Yeah, I did.
So yeah, if you scroll or go through that first segment, all we could say is she got goosed by a ghost. It goosed her.
Well, I wouldn't say goosed. If I thought my kids were poking me, it's not gonna be goosing me.
Where was it at? On your butt?
No, on my hip. Kind of like right here.
Yeah, right where you're sitting. So essentially your butt.
My bum.
Your bum.
My bum.
So yeah, she got, and it's funny. It was just like, what the hell? And we're both looking over there, and so very interesting.
Yeah, it was weird because, like I said, it was like a
tapping to get your attention.
And I was just like, I thought something was on the floor. Like that's why I was also looking down because I thought maybe there was something under the wood floor or something that was doing that, but it wouldn't. I would have felt it through the chair, not like on me.
Well, and then you kind of thought it was one of the boys because sometimes, like our production manager, who's our son, he'll crawl so he doesn't get on camera, which we don't care if he does. He'll crawl underneath the set, and we're like, "What are you doing down there?" He's like, "I had to plug something in, or I had to unplug something."
Then he'll pop up.
Then he'll pop his head up. So we're kind of thinking maybe it was him doing that, but man, he was sitting way over on.
So yeah, so if you want more creative people that are now a part of the Screencraft studio, both of them, we've got the Sad Hatter, which is Alexander Harris. He's just starting, so his page is not, really doesn't have any posts yet, but he will be making hats.
Custom hats.
And
hats like this.
I believe he's going to make mine the very first hat.
Yes.
So then once you see a new hat on me, you will know who did it.
Yep.
And it is literally called the Sad Hatter. And then our other son is Dragon's Tear. And he makes potions, clay figurines, staffs. He does a lot of different type of stuff. We do carry it in our shop as well.
Yeah, we got a lot of it, and it sells really well, especially his little clay guys.
Yeah.
they're very, because he does them all they're all sculpted. The eyes are sculpted. Everything's painted by him. They're in little clay pots. Yeah. And they're super cool. And he makes all sorts of crazy.
So they both have their own pages now. And our Dragon Tears son is actually becoming a character, Dr. Fiendright. So he will also, eventually you will see him.
Well, yeah, as far as his character, and actually Alex will have one too.
Yes, once he gets
more stuff. He just started this stuff like last week or so. So as we start closing out, I know she's posting some of the links to their pages. As always, we definitely want to give a shout out to our Patreon sponsors, who, just wonderful friends of ours, supporters of ours. If you guys want to be a Patreon supporter, you can do that. You can just go to Patreon at Screamcraft Studio. You can take that in there too, probably.
Oh, for Pete's sake. What am I doing? For what?
Patreon at Screamcraft Studio. It's right down there. But you can go into there and you get extra content, or extra entertainment, as I call it. Everybody else calls it content. I won't go into that rant again. But we just do special things on there for the people that support us through sponsorships. We got $1 a month sponsorships. We got $5 a month sponsorships. So nothing major. But we put in extra content for your eyes only, little behind the scenes stuff. It could be a short video, it could be a photograph, it could be a shout out. So that's one way you could help us out. I know we have several people that follow us regularly on here that hook us up with stars that we so much appreciate.
Yes.
Every little bit helps. This does get very expensive, especially the travel nowadays.
Sad Hatter said, "What I do."
You did something.
Right.
Clean it up.
I'm telling people about you. That's what I'm doing. So I'm sharing your page.
Yeah. So you want to give the shout out to our Patreon sponsors?
I will. We have Michelle Erskine. We have Sicken and Scurvy Clown Show.
Janice 2.
And Eric Kemble.
Janice.
Yeah. All right.
See, of course, I love Janice.
You just had to say her name. Took over. You say,
okay, I know
you do it.
She's just kind of like right now sitting on the couch with all of her little stuffies that she has. She's just like, he mentioned my name.
So you're so proud of that, aren't you?
Yes. I got to get her anytime I can.
Yes. So yes, we will be back here June 13th, and it will be just us as of right now.
As of right now.
That's why I say as of right now. And I think if we don't get a guest, we'll do something fun, I think.
We always do something fun. We'll do a giveaway.
There you go.
See, we'll do a giveaway.
Trying to go there.
We're not too proud to beg.
Right.
If there's a song, ain't too proud to beg. So yeah, we will buy. We will purchase our viewers.
No, you will send our viewers gifts.
Yeah.
I'm not purchasing anything. But yeah, so thank you. Much love to you, Jen, as well. Like I said, we will be back June 13th, and we have them pinned at the top of our pages, what our schedule is. I try to keep up on it.
Yeah, it falls behind sometimes, but the Baron and Cindy Knight Facebook page pinned at the top.
On my page as well.
Whatever. I just updated it as far as guests. I'm working on several guests right now. We had a lot of them booked and have already been on the show now. So I was kind of like not worrying about getting other people on right away, but now I'm like scrambling because that went by really quick. So
it always does.
Yeah, so we will have more guests on the show as well.
Guestesses. See, you're slacking in your job.
Oh, we got some good ones that are in the works.
Yes.
In the works.
Janice says, I hope a bunch of mini peens fall all over your head when you take your hat off.
Yeah, she probably has some stuck in there somehow. I don't know how, but
She would
somehow.
too. She would too.
Yeah, so June 20th, we have Haywire, the Automaton Bloke. It'll be here performing live. Performing live, folks. So definitely stay tuned for that.
Yes, our first, I think, live performance.
Yes.
Yep.
Very first live performance right here. We've had big bands in here before. We've had a Virtue in the studio, but they didn't play.
Right, they didn't perform.
We've had Foire in the house. They sweat all over you, but they did not play. We've got Haywire, Automaton Bloke, playing live. So
yes.
Stay tuned for that. That's Absolutely. All I got. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm ready to go home and eat.
All right. So, as always, keep it real.